Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the topic called as collections in Java. So collection is a framework in Java. So the collection in Java is a framework that provides an architecture to store and manipulate the group of object. So we can say it is a framework through which we can store and manipulate the group of objects. So in order to perform the various operations like searching, sorting, insertion, manipulation, deletion, we move to on the particular set of objects, we move towards the concept called as Java collections. So Java collection means a single unit of objects. So it provides a set of all interfaces like set, list, queue and dequeue, and also it provides the various classes, namely array list, vector, linked list, priority queue, hash set, linked hash set, tree set. So by the name itself we can understand and we can identify that a Java collection provides an architecture in order to perform the operation, various operation on the set of all objects. So it simulates the concept of data structure. So we have studied various concepts in data structure. In order to implement those data structure concept, Java introduces the concept called as collection. So through which it is possible to implement the various data structure concept as a collection of objects. So this is what the diagrammatical representation of collection. So the collection, from the collection we are having the various interfaces, a list, set, queue, and from the set interface we are having sorted set and a navigable set interfaces, and from queue interface we are having the sub interface as dequeue interface, and similarly from the map interface the sub interfaces are shorted map and a navigable map interface. So the collection will act as a sub for iterable. With the help of the method iterator of, we can iterate the object. So iterate means in order to access the content of the collection, it is possible to use either iterator or enumerator. With the help of enumerator or iterator we can access the element of collection object. So in order to iterate the elements of the collection object, we are in need of a method called as iterator of. And similarly from the list interface we can implement the classes named as array list, linked list, stack and vector. And from the set interface we can derive, that is we can implement hash set, linked hash set and tree set classes. Similarly from the queue interface it is possible to have priority queue, array dequeue and linked list form of dequeue. Dequeue means that here double ended queue, it is not an operation enqueue dequeue operation. Here dequeue means that double ended queue. So these are all the classes that can be implemented from the queue interface. And similarly from the map interface we can implement the classes hash map, hash linked map, hash table and tree map. Have a look on this in order to know what are all the various interfaces supported by collection and what are all the various classes that can be implemented from the respective interfaces. Let us get into the first interface, that is list interface. The list interface is the child interface of collection interface. It inhibits a list data structure. So in order to implement the list data structure, a Java collection supports the list interface. So with the help of list interface and with the help of the implementation classes, it is possible to implement the concept of list data structure. So we are all well known that so the list data structure simulates the concept of normal list. List in the sense it is a collection of data items. So in order to collect the data items in an ordered manner, we are moving towards the concept called as list interface, so that it is possible to store the ordered collection of object. So it can have duplicate values also. We can add the duplicate values in list interface. So with the help of list interface, the classes that can be implemented are array list, linked list, vector, and stack. So in order to instantiate the list interface, the various classes available in under the list interfaces are array list, linked list, vector, and stack. So that here list act as an interface, list followed by within the angular bracket we have to mention the data type, either it is an integer or float or string, anything else. You can store any type of any data items. It may be an integer item, or it may be a float item, or it may be a string item. So list, under the list you have to give the data type and then object name followed by new and then the particular classes constructor. The constructor of the particular class have to be given. For example, if you are going to implement the class array list, then you have to give it as array list of. If it is a linked list, you can give it as linked list of. If it is a vector, you can give vector of. If it is a stack, you can give stack of. Or else you can directly give, for example, if you are going to create the object for vector class, you can give like this also, vector int followed by the object name. Let us have the object name as L equal to new and then followed by space, and then you can give vector of. This is also allowed. Rather than giving the interface here, you can give the class name also. So this is the way to instantiate the list interface. So the next one, the class, that is implementation class, is array list. Array list class implements the list interface. It implements the list interface. It uses the dynamic array in order to store the ordered collection of elements, which means that the elements which you are given as input will be maintained as it is. That is, if you give 100 as an input first, after that 5, after that 25, when you access the list, the elements order will not be changed, which means that you will get the output as 100, 5 and 25 respectively. It won't be ordered ascending, it won't be in ascending order or descending order. The order which you give, the input order which you give will be maintained as it is. After, and also it uses the dynamic array. We have already seen the list allows the duplication. so that you can store the duplicate value, that is you can store 10 2 times or 5 times or anything else. And also it supports different data types, you can store different data items also. So the array list maintains the insertion order, and also it is non-synchronized one. The element stored in the array list class can be randomly accessed. We can access the elements in a random order also. Have a look on this for a minute of time. I repeat, the array list class implements the list interface. It uses the dynamic array concept in order to store the various set of element. It allows the duplicate elements also, and also it maintains the insertion order, and it is non-synchronized one, which means that it is not a thread safe, so that there is not possibility, that is it is impossible, and it cannot be shared between many threads without the proper synchronization code. If it is a synchronized one, then the particular object can be shared among many threads, but it is a non-synchronized one, means they cannot be shared between many threads without proper synchronization code. If you want to share the object among the threads, you have to include the synchronization code. So the array list is non-synchronized one, and then the elements stored in the array list class can be randomly accessed. So let us have an example. So the collections are available in the package util package, so that import java.util.star and followed by class user defined class name and public static void main of strings args. This is our main method, and within the main method we are going to create the object for array list class, that is array list, a string, and a new array list string of. So in the command line we have given it as creating array list. So here the data type is string type, and the array list of act as a constructor, and here list act as an object. And list dot add, I am going to add the objects in the array list one by one with the help of add method. List dot add of Ravi, Vijay, Ravi and Ajay. Here the Ravi is added twice, but it's not a problem because we have already discussed that list interface allows the duplicate elements. And also we have seen in order to traverse, in order to access the elements of the particular collection, we are in need of either iterator or enumerator. So with the help of iterator, we can access the elements. For that iterator, we are going to create the object itr and list dot iterator of. Here list is the object name of the particular class. Dot iterator of is the method. With the help of iterator method, we can traverse the elements. So that reference is created to itr. Now the itr, the object itr will access the element Ravi, Vijay, Ravi and Ajay. So while of itr dot has next of method will return the particular value of the particular object. So itr dot has next of will give Ravi as first, and then in the second iteration it will give Vijay, and in the third iteration it will give again Ravi, in the fourth iteration it will give Ajay, and in fifth iteration it will give null, so that the false value will be written, so that the while loop will be false. So whenever there is Ravi, Vijay, Ravi, Ajay, the has next of is a boolean method. It will return either true or false. That is itr dot has next of whether the particular whether there is a element or not. Itr dot has next of. So at the first time it will return Ravi. So there is a content. So while of true will be executed, so that the loop will be executed and system.out.println of itr.next of. Now the value Ravi will be printed, and in the second iteration itr.has next of will return Vijay. So that Vijay, it will return true, there is a content Vijay. The Vijay won't be here, that is while of Vijay. It is not while of Vijay. I repeat, it is not while of Vijay. It is not while of Vijay, it is while of true. Yes, because there is a content Vijay, has next of will return either true or false as a result. So that the true will be written in the next iteration, that is in the second iteration, the loop will be executed system.out.println of itr.next of, so that Vijay will be print, and so on. So the output will be like this: Ravi, Vijay, Ravi and Ajay. So let us try to answer this question. Which of these package contain all the collection classes? Which of these classes is not a part of Java's collection framework? And which of this interface is not a part of Java's collection framework? So as a recall, let us see these questions. Have a look on this question for a few seconds. You may find the answer. I think you people may find the answer, that is correct answer. You may find the correct answer. So the first question is, which of these packages contain all the collection class? Yes, java.util, that is option B is the correct answer. And for the second question, which of these class is not a part of Java's collection framework? So maps is the correct answer. So option A is the correct one. And for the third question, which of this interface is not a part of Java collection framework? Option D, that is sorted list, is a correct answer. So let us now get into the next concept, that is linked list. The linked list class implements the collection interface. It uses the concept of doubly linked list internally to store the element. It also stores the duplicate element. As same as the array list, it maintains the insertion order, and also it is not synchronized one, so it is not a thread safe. And then in linked list, the manipulation is fast because there is no shifting required. So as an example, import java.util.star, public class name, and then main method. Rather than array list, we are going to give linked list, and then it is an object, a new linked list string, it is a data type. And then with the help of add method, we are going to add the values, the same values we are going to add. Here also the duplication is allowed. With the help of same iterator, it is possible to iterate, it is possible to access the elements. So that with the help of while loop, we are iterating the elements available in the linked list object, so that we can access the elements of the object. So the linked list and array list are both are same, that is both are similar, but internally array list uses the dynamic array to store the items. Linked list uses a doubly linked list to store the items. In programming perspective, both the linked list and array list will be as both are same, but when we come towards the internal processing, array list uses the dynamic array to store the element, but linked list uses the doubly linked list to store the element. So the linked list will be somewhat faster. The output will be as same like this. So far we have discussed the introduction part of the collection, and then under the list interface we have discussed the two classes, one is array list and then linked list. In future we will discuss the remaining classes, that is vector, stack, and then remaining interfaces of the collection also. So similarly references, you can refer tutorial point, Java T point, W3 or Programmies, etc. for more details. Thank you.